Have you ever asked yourself what truly makes a country safe? Is it the presence of police officers on the streets, the toughness of its laws, or the way people respect one another? Safety is something every nation promises its citizens, but only a handful manage to deliver it in a way that people genuinely feel secure. In 2025, while many countries are struggling with rising crime, political divisions, and growing instability, Singapore continues to stand out as a shining example of peace, order, and security. What is it about this small island nation that allows it to maintain such an impressive reputation for safety, even as the world becomes more unpredictable? For travelers, families, and businesses, Singapore is often described as a place where you can walk freely late at night, where public transport feels secure, and where children can grow up without fear of violence or instability. But behind this reality lies a careful system. One that has been built through strong leadership, smart policies, advanced technology, and above all, a culture that values discipline and respect. Safety in Singapore is not an accident. It is the result of decades of deliberate planning, community effort, and government vision. Unlike many countries where security feels uncertain, Singapore has designed its society to make safety a natural part of daily life. From the rule of law to economic stability, from border security to social harmony, every detail works together to create an environment that feels almost unmatched in today's world. So, what exactly makes Singapore safer than most countries in 2025? Today, we'll explore 10 powerful reasons that explain this phenomenon, and by the end, you'll understand why Singapore is often described as one of the safest nations on Earth. Strong rule of law. Singapore's safety begins with its unwavering commitment to the rule of law. The country has built a justice system that is strict, efficient, and respected by both its citizens and foreigners. Laws are applied consistently, and there is little tolerance for corruption or favoritism. This clear and predictable system ensures that people know their rights and responsibilities, while also discouraging potential lawbreakers. In a world where legal systems can be slow or biased, Singapore's strong framework stands as a shield of safety. Low crime environment. When people think of safety, crime rates are often the first measure that comes to mind. In Singapore, violent crime, theft, and street incidents are extremely rare compared to many other nations. The combination of strict penalties, community awareness, and respect for the law creates a culture where safety becomes a way of life. Families feel secure walking at night, children move around freely, and tourists enjoy the city without fear. This environment of everyday peace is one of the most visible signs of Singapore's success. Advanced surveillance and technology. Singapore is often called a smart nation, and part of that reputation comes from its use of technology to keep citizens safe. With advanced surveillance systems, AI-powered monitoring, and data-driven policing, authorities can quickly respond to issues before they become larger problems. Unlike in many countries where technology raises privacy concerns, Singaporeans accept these systems because they directly contribute to their sense of security. In 2025, this combination of human oversight and technology creates one of the most advanced safety nets in the world. Effective policing and community trust. The police force in Singapore is highly professional and trusted by the public. Officers are well-trained, responsive, and respected. But what makes policing in Singapore unique is the partnership between the police and the community. Neighborhood watch groups, public education campaigns, and collaboration with citizens create a shared responsibility for safety. Instead of relying only on force, Singapore builds trust, which allows its security system to work smoothly and effectively. Political stability. A safe country cannot exist without political stability, and Singapore has maintained it for decades. In 2025, while many nations face protests, polarization, or uncertainty, Singapore's government remains steady, decisive, and focused on long-term development. This stability discourages unrest, prevents sudden outbreaks of violence, and reassures both citizens and investors. People know their future is secure, and that confidence translates into a calm, safe society. Strict border control and immigration policies. Safety in Singapore does not stop at its borders. The country has one of the most efficient and secure immigration systems in the world. Strict checks, advanced biometric systems, and careful monitoring make it very difficult for illegal activities to slip through. While some countries struggle with border control, Singapore ensures that anyone entering is properly documented and vetted. This protects citizens from external threats and keeps the island secure. Strong social harmony. Singapore is one of the most diverse countries in Asia, with people of different ethnicities, languages, and religions living side by side. Yet, instead of division, the government has created policies that promote unity and respect. Racial harmony campaigns, integrated housing, and inclusive education ensure that communities live peacefully together. By preventing divisions and tensions that often fuel conflict elsewhere, Singapore creates a safe and harmonious society. World-class infrastructure and disaster preparedness. Safety is not only about crime, it's also about resilience. Singapore has invested heavily in world-class infrastructure, from safe public transport systems to well-planned housing and healthcare facilities. In addition, the country is prepared for emergencies, whether natural disasters, health crises, or cyber threats. This readiness ensures that even in uncertain times, people can rely on the system to protect them. Few countries combine safety with such strong preparation. Economic strength and opportunity. A struggling economy often leads to crime, unrest, and instability. Singapore avoids these issues by maintaining a strong, stable, and innovative economy. Opportunities for education, jobs, and entrepreneurship reduce desperation and keep social order intact. People feel they have a future worth protecting, and that motivation reinforces the country's overall safety. Economic security and physical security go hand in hand, and Singapore proves it. A culture of respect and discipline. Perhaps the most important factor of all is Singapore's culture. From a young age, people are taught to respect rules, value discipline, and consider the well-being of others. This cultural foundation creates citizens who naturally avoid conflict and follow laws without constant enforcement. Unlike in countries where chaos and rebellion are common, Singaporeans see safety as a shared responsibility. This deep-rooted mindset ensures that safety in Singapore is not temporary, it is permanent. So, what truly makes Singapore safer than most countries in 2025? It is not just one factor but a combination of strong laws, effective policing, advanced technology, stable politics, social harmony, and above all, a culture that values order and respect. While many nations struggle with insecurity and division, Singapore shines as a model of safety that others can only admire. And now, let me ask you, would you want to live in a country where you can walk freely at night, trust your community, and know that your future is secure? That is the reality in Singapore today. If you found this video insightful, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share it with friends who want to know why Singapore continues to lead the world in safety. Together, let's keep exploring the countries that shape our future.